2 firefighters kicked in my front door and shouted, "Sir, there's a carbon monoxide leak." But the readings say someone rigged it. My wife was upstairs napping with our 2-year-old son, Eli, in the nursery right above the garage. "What do you mean, rigged?" I could barely get the words out. The taller one spoke fast. "Your detector went off and pinged our station automatically, but the levels are way too high, way too localized. This didn't come from a faulty furnace. Someone fed a hose from a running engine into your vent system." I felt the floor tilt. "How do you know it's that bad?" "Because the concentration upstairs would knock out an adult in minutes. A toddler. Faster." My ears were ringing. Then I remembered something that made my knees buckle. The nursery sat directly over the attached garage, and the vent that fed that room ran straight down through the wall. "My son sleeps right above the garage," I said. The firefighter's jaw tightened. "Then we move now and we move quiet. No sudden door slams that could disturb the airflow balance while we ventilate." We climbed the stairs slow. I eased the nursery door open. My wife Mara was asleep in the rocking chair. Eli curled against her chest, both of them breathing. Shallow. Too slow, but breathing. The little CO meter the firefighter held was screaming red. "They're alive," he whispered, "but we have minutes, not more." I shook Mara's shoulder gently and her eyes fluttered, glassy and unfocused, the way people look when the gas has already gotten into them. "Headache," she mumbled. "So tired." That's the worst sign, the drowsiness. The firefighters got an oxygen mask over her, then a tiny pediatric one over Eli, who whimpered and went limp again. They carried them down and out onto the front lawn, while the second firefighter threw every window open. In the cold air, Mara started coming back, gulping oxygen, clutching Eli. The ambulance was 3 minutes out. I knelt on the grass, holding both of them, shaking so hard my teeth chattered. "Who would do this?" Mara kept asking. "Who runs a hose into a baby's room?" At the hospital, they put Mara and Eli on hyperbaric oxygen. Eli's levels had been high enough that the doctor wouldn't promise anything for the first few hours. Mara and I sat in the waiting room, gripping each other, not speaking, every beep of a monitor down the hall making us flinch. Then the fire investigator came in, and behind him, a police officer. "We found the vehicle in the alley behind your garage," the investigator said. "Engine still warm, and we found who did it." Mara's head snapped up. "He's at the station now," the officer said. Then he looked at me. "He's asking for you, by name." I didn't understand. They drove me down, walked me along a corridor, and stopped at a one-way window. A man sat cuffed at a metal table, head bowed. When he lifted it, my whole body went cold. It was my younger brother, Dane, who was supposed to be 3 states away, who I hadn't spoken to in 6 years. I told the officer I needed to talk to him. He gave me 5 minutes. The door clicked shut behind me. Dane looked up and gave me a small, tired smile. "Hey, big brother." I couldn't speak. "You moved," he said. "Took me a while to find the new place. Nice neighborhood." My mind was spinning. "Why?" I finally got out. "Mara and Eli could have died. Eli is a baby." His smile dropped. "You let them take the house." I stared at him. He meant our parents' house. The one I'd been named executor of when Mom passed. The one I'd sold to cover her medical debts because there was no other way. The one Dane had screamed at me over for years, certain I'd cheated him out of his half. "There was a mortgage and 200,000 in bills," I said. "There was nothing to split. You sold the only thing that was ever ours," he said, voice flat. "You chose paperwork over family. I wanted you to know what it feels like to lose everything you can't get back." I looked at him for a long moment, this person I'd grown up beside, and felt something in me close like a door. "You tried to suffocate my wife and my child in their sleep," I said quietly. I stood up. "You just lost the only family you had left, for good this time." That's when my phone buzzed in my pocket. A text from Mara. 3 words that let me breathe for the first time in hours. "Eli's awake. He's okay."